Cyclone on J360 Radio. With your hosts, Alan, Dev, and Mark. Alan has entered the Cyclone.
Oh, let me look. Sixers are up 3. All right, here we go. Welcome to the Cyclone. Tonight we actually have the all-in crew. We got Jay. Say hi.
Hello, everybody.
And we got Mark.
How you doing?
And we got me, Alan, and I apologize deeply for this absolutely horrible intro because I got nervous. Anyways, so before we discuss the recap and everything, let's talk about NFL news. So Amari Cooper got traded to the Raiders for a first-round pick.
And then Eli Apple got traded to the Saints. How about that?
And things are looking up.
And Chad Kelly got in trouble again.
Got arrested for trespassing.
Yeah, good on him.
So let's break this down. What are you guys' thoughts on the Cowboys giving up a first-round pick for Amari Cooper?
I think it was a bad move from the Cowboys, to be honest with you. I like Cooper, but he's not who we thought he was going to be coming out. I don't feel like he's a young receiver, but clearly he wasn't the receiver that he was drafted to be. So he's not going to be a star, but he'll be good enough.
So Terrence Williams?
I think he'll be above Terrence Williams.
Okay. Jay, what do you think?
I say that this is the best thing ever as a biased Eagles fan. But looking at it in a professional point of view, there's no growth here. So, if anything, they're just destroying themselves and doing it with glee.
Oh, but the Cowboys, they're so good, man.
Oh,
you know?
yes. America's team.
Yeah. They're so much better than the Eagles.
It's like, what is wrong with Jerry Jones, dude? Like, really, what is wrong with him?
He's like Vince McMahon of the NFL. He has no idea what he's doing anymore.
None.
Here's my thing. This screamed desperation for the Cowboys. This trade, it screamed desperation. Because why would you give up a first-round pick for a receiver? Isn't he like 25, 26 already?
He's 24. So, I mean, he's not that old.
He's got time, but...
I mean, he had like 1 good year, 2 good years, and then after that, he hasn't had a good year this year. I mean, it's just... they think that, like... I honestly think the Cowboys think that they're going to be a legit threat in the playoffs this year. No, they're not. And Amari Cooper, the addition of him, and giving up your first-round draft pick, is not going to help them right now. Not even close. Their O-line is a shell of what they were. It's obvious that Dak Prescott has regressed a lot. I don't know. I really think this was a horrible trade. It kind of screamed... You remember back in the day when Hugh Jackson was the coach of the Raiders and he gave 2 first-round picks for Carson Palmer?
Yeah.
That's what that screams like to me. And because think about it, like the guy is probably going to need like 2-3 weeks to even fit into that system anyways.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, too.
Sorry, you go on.
No, you finish what you're saying.
I forgot what I was going to say, so you go on.
No, I think at this point in the season for a receiver, it's almost like trading for a quarterback mid-season. They're not going to do too much to get you into the playoffs. If you were already in position to kind of get in there and you lost a key player, that would be one thing. But, you lost your key receiver back in the offseason when you got rid of him. Not that he was playing all that great anyway. Clearly, that's why he hasn't had a job offer yet, except for from the Browns.
The Browns and the Ravens, mind you.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I would have acquired Des Bryant, though. I would have done it because, think about it, you're not giving up a first-round pick for him.
Yeah, that's true. They probably would have been better off just going back to Des, but I don't think they wanted to admit their mistakes.
Yeah, they have a good job of hiding him, too.
But you could sign him for less than what he was. Wasn't that the biggest reason why they got rid of him was the money issue and he was making so much?
Is that the reason?
I don't think that was the reason.
Dude, he was like, he wanted like more money. I mean, he wanted to like, no, I mean, he was making like $10 million or something like that a year. I don't know the ballpark figures of what his contract was. But no, that was more of it, and they said it wasn't worth it, and that's why they cut him. Okay, the guy has not had a job in 7 weeks of the season. There was no reason why you couldn't have gave him a contract, because he still hangs out with Jerry Jones anyways. Why not give him a contract, save your first-round pick, and then you have two solid receivers, and if it doesn't work out, you can spend that first-round pick on another receiver.
Basically because it's a smart idea and Jerry Jones doesn't want to go for that.
Oh, of course. I mean, okay, I would get it if, like, okay, say the Falcons, right?
Right.
You know, they lost Julio Jones for the year.
Yeah.
And they were, like, 8-0, and Julio Jones went out. And they offered, like, a second or a first-round pick for Amari Cooper. That makes perfect sense. But the freaking Cowboys... Like, what's their record right now?
Same record as ours.
Yeah.
So what is that? Like, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at it. Let me look.
It's like 3-2, right? Or something like
3
that.
and 4.
3-4, yeah, 3-4. We're playing against the Jags later on. Same record.
A 3-4 team. We'll get to the Jags later. Trust me on that. But a 3-4 team is offering a first-round pick for this one wide receiver who's still on his rookie deal, which is nice. I don't know. Is he on his last year of his deal, or does he still have a couple more years left?
I would say a couple more years.
Okay. Mark, do you know?
I don't know. I'm not actually sure.
Whatever. It's all good. All right, so that's pretty much it. I think the Cowboys are throwing it all in for this season, and they really shouldn't. To be honest, I would spend that first-round pick that you gave away on a new quarterback, but anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, I think the thing is, with the Eagles winning the Super Bowl last year, or I guess you'd say earlier this year, I think that kind of struck a nerve in Jerry Jones. He's not okay with that because he doesn't handle people making fun of his team too well. If you haven't noticed.
Well,
we've noticed
that, and the Eagles sold the tight end that the Cowboys wanted really bad.
Yeah.
Oh man, speaking of that, how was he doing anyways?
Who, Goddard? Or
No, the guy with Dallas on it. The guy with Dallas in his name. Is that his name?
That's exactly what I was just talking about.
Yeah. How's he doing?
Don't see too much of him. He's been getting a little bit more stats the last few weeks, but nothing over the top, nothing spectacular. They pretty much leave that to Zach Ertz.
Yeah. All right. So, and then for the Chad Kelly thing, he had problems in college. Having a problem now. Do you think this could go the way of a Titus Young, where the guy has a complete meltdown and it's the end of him?
I mean, I don't think it's going to do with the meltdown that makes it the end of him. I mean, Chad Kelly wasn't going to get a chance to ever start in the NFL anyway. He didn't have that much time left, I don't think. It's a shame because isn't he like he's related to Jim Kelly? I forget the relation exactly. What's this, his grandson or something?
Son.
Oh, my bad. Grandson. Yeah, I guess he'd be pretty young if he was his grandson.
I mean, come on, Jim Kelly isn't that old, dude. Come on, bro. I mean, seriously, the Bills. We did not win games, back in 1845. Come on, man. Although it feels like it. But yeah, it's a shame. I just hope this is the last setback of his career, because the NFL is going to suspend him. They have to, right?
Yeah, most likely. Yeah, I think there's going to be some kind of suspension.
Unless they handle it wrong, which they are known to do these days.
Yeah.
Well then, anything else happening in the special side of things other than basketball being started up? Which, by the way, I like the way the Sixers are looking. Still need some fine tuning to take on the Celtics, though.
Do we touch on Eli Apple much? Or?
Now, you guys can go ahead and talk about him.
Oh, Eli Apple? I knew this trade was happening. They've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah?
It didn't stun me at all.
Well, before we end up, it doesn't seem like it's too hot of a topic. So before we end up, talking for hours about this, did you guys want to talk about the games this week?
Yeah, we're doing all that, man.
Yeah, that's happening.
I mean, now.
Oh, by all means.
Hey, get to it, guys.
Okay, so, hold on. Let me look at the schedule again. I'm sorry, I was so busy saying stuff about something else. But, alright, so let's start with the Thursday night football game. We had the Broncos coming to the Cardinals, and the Broncos just slayed them, 45-10.
Not much of a shocker there. I mean, I guess the shocking part was the score, but the win wasn't really too shocking.
No, it wasn't.
And gives me a lot more hope for Denver's defense, that's for sure. Chris Harris looked really good. I think all around, I'm hoping that maybe it's a building block for the Broncos and they can turn around their season.
I don't really think it was a building block for the Broncos. I think it's just more about how unbelievably awful the Cardinals are this year.
You're probably right.
Seriously, I am so sad. I feel so bad for Larry Fitzgerald. I really do. Seriously, I wish that they would trade him to New England or any team. Any team that has a chance of winning. Even, the freaking Philadelphia Eagles. Anything. For him to get a ring.
Yeah, he's still battling for it, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. This Cardinals team is such trash.
Wait. What Cardinals team, man? This isn't a Cardinals team.
It's really bad. And I don't believe in Josh Rosen. I don't get why he was drafted so high. I don't see it.
I think you might be being a little too hard on Josh Rosen.
He's a statue.
Well, he's a rookie, man. Isn't he still trying to get used to the way it goes and stuff like that?
I know. I was hard on Mitchell Trubisky, too, so... I don't know.
If anything, this is the same team that believed in Sam Bradford, right? Which, by the way,
I know, and
stop doing that.
They should not have benched him. There was no reason for that. It wasn't Brad. It's just the team is awful. They have no O-line. It's not Bradford's fault. The only reason why he's benched is as long as he doesn't start as many games as they should, they don't have to pay him that money. Which begs the question: why did you sign him?
No, not to interrupt. This thing's a holdout for because they don't want to pay the man?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's ridiculous.
Mark, yeah, you know that, right? He had to start, a certain amount of games or something.
Oh, yeah. He, it was part of his contract that he got he was going to get paid more for each game that he played or something along those lines. So they're actually kind of screwing him over right now. But, I mean, at this point, they're pretty screwed themselves. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it didn't help that, your head coach and your starting quarterback retired on the same day, pretty much.
Yeah, but it wasn't like here's the thing with the Cardinals, and we've talked about this. Everybody knows this. It's so obvious that really it's like beating a dead horse. They need an O-line. They don't have an O-line, and they're getting all their quarterbacks killed. So it doesn't really matter who they have in there. I don't care if you got Tom Brady in there. He ain't going to be able to do anything if he can't stand up long enough. Now, that being said, I guess in all fairness, you could make the case that if Tom Brady was in there, that they'd probably get more calls. But
No, Tom Brady would be slayed. That O-line is absolutely horrific. And throwing a rookie in there, do they not remember Tim Couch or David Carr? And how their careers were destroyed because they had such a bad O-line?
I don't know, man. I don't think they really care.
Anyways, let's move on. We got to get to the second game here. So we have the Tennessee Titans going to the Chargers, and was this the game that was in England? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
In the I don't give a crap game of the week. Chargers won. Yay.
Wait, this is your I don't care of the week? This game?
Because I knew the Titans were going to lose because I don't know. I don't like the way the Titans do things. And it's like, I don't believe in Marcus Mariota. I don't think he's that good.
The classic Mariota bias, yeah. I remember.
And that team is not that bad. But here's the problem. I just don't think Mariota has that killer instinct to win games. And it was proven in this game.
He does, but it's not in this game. It's flashes of it, man. It's not like all the time.
Well, he's only been there for a few years, so.
Well, the thing is, he's also been injured a couple of times, and I mean, these were bad injuries, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had to change his game up. So it's like, one way or another, he was going to be in that Chip Kelly system at one time. Which, we can open up a few wounds on that, but we're not.
But I'm going to say something else. This Titans team isn't very good. It's really not. People say it's a decent team. It's not.
What do you mean, offensively or defensively?
It's the most mediocre team assembled. This is like the Buffalo Bills 2009 to 2017. It's a team that's going to stay competitive, but it's not going to make the playoffs. And even if they did, it's a wild card team. They're going to be eliminated right away.
Well, what would you say, like, stacked up against their opponent, the Chargers? I mean, because for a while there, the Chargers got some holes, too. I mean, let's be real. Phillip Rivers is doing the best he can.
The Chargers have an elite quarterback. The Chargers, they have some really good wide receivers. And
but
that's
how
the thing.
Come they're not doing so good?
They are doing good.
They are.
Yeah. Have you seen their record? They're 5-2.
Hey, there's a reason I haven't been on the show in a while. Now,
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Jay's 3-month hiatus as he went to vacation in the Bahamas, right?
Don't even try it. That wasn't vacation. That's to make sure you have a show to keep going.
It was serious business. It was serious business.
But the thing about it is, though, is like, then how come this is a 1-point game then? That's the thing.
The London games are never really good. They normally are not really good. And this game was not as good as, like, the score showed. It really wasn't. Because think about it. You're going to London. You're playing so early in the morning, and these are American teams. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Tell me what you're talking about. What's wrong with London? Are you hating on London?
I am not hating on London. You stop it.
Are you being...
No, I'm saying American, time zones, then going to the UK for just 1 week and then going back. It's kind of like, like you are so off, I don't
know about that, but okay.
Okay, say there was oh my gosh. Okay, so there was like a WWE pay-per-view or like WWE Raw. Like, I cannot believe I'm
So you're saying due to jet lag, everybody's off their game.
Yes, thank you.
Oh no. Next game. Unless you got something to say on it, Mark.
I don't have anything else to say on this. I just felt like messing with them.
I really didn't care about this game. Anyways, let's move on. We had the Houston Texans traveling to Jacksonville, and Texans won 27, and I think the Jaguars team is falling apart.
Honestly, without Leonard Fournette, it seems like they've really gone downhill. But another thing is Blake Bortles' play has really dipped, and I mean, obviously to the point where they replaced him last game. That was a big stinger. Now, going forward, that's going to be an issue at some point. So I expect them to eventually look for a new quarterback. The Texans, however, I still believe they're a playoff caliber team, so you can't really take anything away from them with this win. They're 4-3, man. And they're 4-3 for a reason.
Well, I'm glad that the Texans defense is starting to shape up again and be like what they were. My only issue with this, right, is you know who they benched Blake Bortles for? Cody Kessler.
Yeah, that's right. Because I was gonna contact you about that one and be like, hey, how do you feel about this?
I laughed so hard. I'm like, oh my god! Like, I don't think Blake Bortles is that bad. I don't know what's going on with him this year. But dear God, Cody Kessler is playing. But in that system, come on. But I'm not hating on Cody Kessler. I'm just saying that that was just so freaking random. Didn't they have Chad Henne at one point for years?
They did.
Mm-hmm.
And they let him go for Cody Kessler?
Wait, actually, wasn't he your boy at one time?
That was 2 years of the Cyclone. I'm sure there's no archive of that. Now, anyways.
There's plenty.
All right. Anyways, no one should ever see that footage, guys. Anyways. But yeah, no, the Jaguars are falling apart. Their defense is not what it once was. They started out hot and they are fizzling right now. I have no idea what's going on.
It
Jay,
happened around week 3, right? Isn't that when it started to break apart? Week 3 going into week 4? Now that I did care about.
It wasn't it the Chiefs game that they fell apart?
Oh, that would do it.
Yeah, ever since then they have not been the same after that Chiefs game. I don't know if there were significant injuries. I'm not I don't know. But yeah, no, they're not doing that good. And yeah, Fournette not being there is really hurting them too. But no, for Bortles, get your stuff together for real. I don't think Cody Kessler being the starter is going to save your season. Do you agree with that, Mark?
Yeah, I can agree with that. I don't see that really being the savior of your season. But that's why I think they look for a quarterback. Obviously, at this point, what's their record? Is it worth them to actually?
It was the same record as the Eagles, as Jay said, wasn't it?
3-4.
I don't know. I mean, to pursue a quarterback this late in the season wouldn't get you to the playoffs. Sorry, fans, but that just doesn't work that way. They got to learn your system, and for a quarterback, there's a lot more to learn than almost any other position.
Do you think they could trade for Derek Carr?
Could they? They could, but I think it'd be pointless.
I mean, no, not for this year, but for next year, and that way they have their quarterback.
I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't?
Nah, man, that seems kind of off.
I mean, dude, it's getting to the point with Bortles. It's you have got to like you can't have seasons like this when you had so many. You had one good season out of all the seasons that you've had.
Well, he's a good quarterback. I think he just gets burnt out too easily.
I don't know. Like I saw him play in the playoffs last year. He was really good. I don't know what's going on with Jacksonville. And Doug Marrone is actually very good with quarterbacks. But the other thing too is Doug Marrone likes sabotaging quarterbacks as well. Like we saw with the Buffalo Bills with EJ Manuel, he like completely threw him under the bus.
Well, that's EJ Manuel, and
EJ Manuel sucks. But the thing is,
he had a good reason to do that.
Yeah, you brought in Kyle Orton. The thing is, EJ Manuel was never supposed to start to begin with.
Right.
But whatever. That just happened because Kevin, what's his name, Kolb or Cobb?
Kevin Cobb, but I always called him Kolb just to mess with you.
Dang it, it was Cobb all along?
Yep.
Oh, come on. Anyways, yeah, when he got injured for the Bills, anyways, that's going on. We'll get to that later. Now, this is your guys' moment. The Panthers travel to Philadelphia and win 21-17. I'll let you guys take the floor.
Hey, you take it away, Mark.
There's nothing positive as an Eagles fan you could say about this game other than at least they scored 17 points. And here's the thing is, even though they looked great for the first three quarters, to blow a lead in the fourth quarter like that, it's terrible. I mean, you had the game, you're winning 17-0. You got them on the ropes, and you can't finish them off. I was so disgusted by this game, I had to go outside and breathe before I just started freaking out over everybody because it was so ridiculous how bad this happened. It wasn't just that they lost; it was that
they gave it up.
Huh?
They gave it up.
Yeah, I mean, they allowed them to come back, and then on the final drive, Carson Wentz has a guy wide open for a first down. They're at the 10-yard. It was around the 10-yard line. They got a guy, and what happens is instead of throwing it to him, he tries to throw it in the end zone. And obviously it was an incomplete pass. I think the next play was fourth down, and we all saw what happened with that. But the thing I'm looking at is you have a guy wide open. You throw him the ball, he gets the first down, you continue that drive, you have a chance to win the game. It's third down. Take the first down. Then it gives you more downs to work on getting that touchdown. And you're seeing it all season with them. It's the same issue every time. They got a guy wide open, but they're going for this other play, this other big play. Sometimes, all right, I don't like dink and dunk offenses, but sometimes you got to pick the smart option. You don't always look for the bomb, especially when you don't have a deep threat or anybody like that.
Right.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. I was really hoping that we would pull it out and win that game because we had a chance to. And then we just gave it up. Now, see, I'm not as mad at the Eagles as I am with the Philadelphia Phillies. Way to go, guys. You just blew away the postseason, But that's a whole different take for me for maybe a mini bite or something. But it's just this game just had so many things open and available. And the fact that they just gave up so many points in the third, and then in the fourth they just let them climb up like they did. Oh, God, I was so frustrated with my team at that moment. And it's just that their offense is a lot better than this. I mean, sure, yeah, some of our prominent people are hurt. We're down to 0 running backs, I think. But at the same time, it's come on, you got to compensate for that. I mean, I know we're now in the market to get a cornerback, but I wonder if it's enough. And since we're playing against another team that has the same record as us next week, it's kind of, let's just go ahead and get all that stuff out of the way and play some ball and play some smart football. You know what I mean? Like, even the Panthers weren't even that tough, but we were killing them in the beginning. And then third quarter happened, and then just got lazy. And I don't know what it is with Philadelphia teams, but they seem to do a trend of this. The Phillies did it. The Sixers do it sometimes. And, of course, the Eagles are doing it. Like, some of the games that got us on the losing side, we could have easily won. And it makes you wonder where you go from here. Hopefully up top, because there's still a chance. But who knows?
Okay, one of the problems, though, the Eagles should go out of their way and go sign, he's a free agent, Terrence West. That would be a solid...
No, heck no. I'm not doing a backdoor GMing with you right now.
No, I'm just saying, because the guy was solid.
You did Terrence West last week, and I was sitting there, I was like, really? Him?
Dude, he was solid.
I'm not doing this with you right now. Oh, no. No, sir. I've seen your picks. As a matter of fact, yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's think about Allen's recommendations for a minute.
Well, Jamal Charles got released, too.
Yeah, which is weird.
That wouldn't be a bad fit.
Well, I don't know, dude, because isn't he kind of a glass cannon, too? Like, I mean, when he's healthy and everything, he's a beast, but the problem is he's accident-prone.
But you guys have no running backs on the roster right now.
Yeah, I know, but it's like you're putting hope into a maybe. That's the problem.
You got to put some bodies on the field,
Oh yeah. I know what you're saying, but it's just
I'm not saying that they're gonna like do miracles. I'm just saying that
we could use one.
At least they're known and they can at least run.
Yeah.
And they had success.
I mean, yeah, you got a point, but I don't know about Terrence West, but Jamal Charles maybe, and I'm just saying maybe on that. But we'll have to see.
The reason why with West is I remember you guys took a chance on that. Who was that? You guys traded for the Dolphins running back, and I remember you guys took a chance on him, and it really worked out. But unfortunately, he got injured this year. So I just was thinking, okay, this guy had a lot of success. Terrence West, he did. He was really good for the Ravens. He was really good. He was okay. He was okay for the Browns. Who was the guy that they really liked? The Browns really liked Isaiah Crowell. Whatever happened to him? I'm gonna look that up.
Well, that's something we can look into a little bit later. But let me ask you this.
All right, found it.
Well, go ahead and explain yourself, and then we got to go ahead and size up the
He's
Panthers.
on the Jets. Long story short, but yeah.
Oh,
he's on the Jets.
Yeah. Size up the Panthers right quick. What do you think?
The Panthers are that team that is like the biggest tease ever. They're a team that you think they'll have a good record. They will have a good record, but then something will happen and they'll just fall apart every time.
Oh, so you're saying they're like the Atlanta Falcons, pretty much?
Yes, actually, they're like the same team. It really is.
Good team, but makes dumb mistakes and just implodes.
They'll do something, they'll sneak into the playoffs, or they'll be like that dominant team in the playoffs, but they won't make it past the first round. That's just how it is. And all right,
congratulations! We just described 50 and 51 back to back.
Oh, now we can do the next. Mark, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay, now we can do the next game, and this one will not take 14 seconds. The Vikings versus Jets. Who did not see this coming? Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, I don't care for the week.
I
just didn't care.
Yeah, there wasn't too much excitement about this for me, but I will say I have this feeling that Vikings fans and the Vikings organization still believe that this is all because of Kirk Cousins. I think you got to keep yourself in check with this. I still don't think Kirk Cousins deserved all that money. I don't think he's elite, and I think it was still a bad deal. But you'll see that when they get to the playoffs. But this particular game, it kind of fits along the lines when I said that the Jets are kind of like a hit and miss team. They're like 1 week they look like superstars, the next week it's like, what team was I watching last week? It's the same old thing. So
I'm going to make a bold statement. Todd Bowles will be fired by the end. At the end of the season.
it's not a bold statement. A bold statement is something that isn't predictable.
No, I don't even care if they go 7-9. I think he's going to get fired.
So
Yeah,
it's a hypothesis then.
It's a prediction. I think he's going to get fired at the end of the season. I honestly do, because I have no idea what the Jets are doing. And for the Vikings, they should have. If the Vikings did not win this game, I would have so much questions for the Vikings roster today, because the Jets are not good. They are actually a really terrible team. So, didn't shock me. Jay, your thoughts?
Oh, I already said I didn't care.
Oh, okay, good enough. Let's move on. Mark, you want to move on?
yeah. Let's move on.
Oh my God, this was the best game of the week.
Exactly. I love this game.
All right, so the Patriots go down to Chicago, and the Patriots win 38-31. And my God, this was a good game. This game was amazing, and I have nothing bad to say about either team. This was a good-ass game. Good butt game.
You can say ass, man. That's okay.
All right, this was a very great game, and I loved every second of it, and the ending was amazing. And I was wrong about Mitchell Trubisky in this game, because, man, that dude looked amazing in this game. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. Jay, your thoughts?
In the name of Coach Green, the Bears are who we thought they were.
Why'd you have to do that?
Because it was beautiful, man. I liked actually seeing the battle between them. It was amazing. The Patriots, sure, they didn't win worth anything, but I saw some shades of formidable force. We were that way when we took on the Patriots, but we won. And I just like the way it turned out. And whereas I had some concerns about Mitch, they're gone too. I want to see this team play some more, So I'm all for it. And Tom Brady and company always look good. Though they had their moments, though, when they were in the beginning. But, they just turned on the tank and they beat the Chiefs. And now they went up ahead and took what they need to take care of on the Bears. I was actually proud of it. And the Bears looked like they were fighting for something. So, I enjoyed this game.
Yeah, I think the Bears are a lot better than what people thought they were going to be. I had a feeling that they were going to be pretty good. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm not really surprised at this game. I was glad that they came close. It's just Patriots are the Patriots, and that's how they pull out games.
That ending, though, was incredible.
Yes, it was.
All right. So anyways, for the people who didn't watch it, Hail Mary went to the 1 yard line, and he caught it, and then he was 1 yard short. That was, God, that was such a freaking, that was such an intense game. I loved this game, and it was great. And to be honest with you, I actually kind of want to see another Bears game next week. I'm actually really excited, because if you're that game against the Patriots, you deserve respect.
I mean, it's little things like that that make the season enjoyable. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Okay, now we gotta. Oh God.
Hey, look, man, we all have to deal with it. Grit and bear it.
The Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Travel to the Colts.
Uh-huh.
And are absolutely embarrassed. 37-5. I'm gonna let you guys first start talking about this, and then I'm probably gonna talk about it for like a minute.
Well, first off, it was 37-5, and secondly, you need to take this L like we are. I mean, granted, it's very bitter, but the thing is, it's like you made the Colts look good, and Andrew Luck finally got some respect now. What do you think about it?
That's why we're not.
I mean, come on, dude. Like, at the end of the day, you just made a whole bunch of mistakes, that's all. I mean, you saw Shady get hurt. You saw, like, a lot of stuff go down. I mean, where
Yes,
else can you
Shea
go
got
from
hurt.
here?
But our running backs were doing fine. But the problem is, for some unbeknownst reason, the defense was so bad for us. And I don't get it. Buffalo last year. Didn't we have like a top 10 defense? Do you guys remember?
Well, you were on the list, but something didn't carry over this year. That's the thing.
I don't get what happened in this game. And not only, I'm not putting any blame on Derek Anderson. He threw one really bad pick. The other two, okay, whatever. Weren't like the receivers weren't there, and you got to understand also, Derek Anderson's only been there for like 10 days, so I don't blame this loss on Derek Anderson. It's the fact that every fucking I'm sorry, Jay.
Well, there it is.
Why are we cussing on air? What's going on here? I thought we were live.
Yeah, this is very, very...
I slipped.
Well, I guess we'll just have to put the explicit sign on this one, but go on.
Every darn freaking running back ran for what was it, 128 yards? You're running for 128. You're making this running back for the Colts who isn't very good look like Adrian Peterson. What is going on?
Yeah, it was like night and day for y'all, man. that was interesting.
I was like, not Adrian Peterson now. I don't know if he's good now, but back then, that guy was a monster. But oh my gosh!
Oh, dude, he's good now.
Oh, is he still good? I don't know.
Oh, he's good.
I think that guy would be good till he's 60 years old.
But maybe. But go on, you were saying.
So I watched this game in its entirety live. It was the most infuriating game I've ever seen. It was awful. The Bills, did they give up on their coach? That's the only thing I could think of because, I saw this defense, and there were wide receivers catching with three corners right by them. How does that happen?
I don't think they're giving up on their coach. I just don't think he's a head coach, and I think that's showing.
So you think McDermott's a good coordinator, but he's an awful head coach?
I don't know. I mean, I wasn't really a fan of him when he was the Eagles' defensive coordinator. But, they can get better. Thing is, he's better suited as a coordinator.
Wait, bro, wasn't he the Panthers' defensive coordinator?
He was the Eagles' defensive coordinator before he was the Panthers' defensive coordinator.
I don't even remember that.
Reed replaced him with his offensive line coach. That's how bad McDermott was. He got replaced by Juan Castillo, who was the offensive line coach.
Oh, wow. Can we discuss how big his head is?
Take a few minutes. This is an hour-long episode.
I just had to say a fun thing. Dude, I see him in the press conference, and his head is so big. It looks he kind of looks like a cone head, but the cone kind of settled. And it's it's settling down, so it's widening his head, and it's so weird.
That was a few minutes of Alan talking about somebody's head.
Yeah, right?
That was the best thing ever, and don't you forget it.
Mm.
That's all I have to say about it. So what were your guys' thoughts on this game?
What can you say?
I mean, what do you really say about this?
Yeah.
The Bills are not looking good. They need almost an entire rebuild. And Josh Allen was at least making it more exciting. So, I mean, there you go. Unfortunately, there's so much to fix. I really don't know where you would start with this team. I mean, they have a quarterback. He needs a lot of training, and I don't think a defensive-minded head coach is going to help with that.
But the problem is too. It's there's this. How did this team become a playoff team one year and now is becoming the laughing stock of the league the next?
Oh, it's funny you should ask. You remember that quarterback that you used to talk a lot of crap about? I think
Dude,
he might have had something to do with that.
No,
maybe
he didn't.
maybe he was like the glue that kept it all together. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's gone.
Dude, he was captain 3 and out.
Doesn't matter.
It's
He
not
had
his fault.
respect.
That's the thing you got to remember. Yeah, quarterbacks you can put all the blame on them when they're not getting all the first downs and whatnot, but you got to put some blame on the coaches here, and I think McDermott deserves a lot of blame, and their offensive coordinator. They don't have a solid offense because they don't have.
Oh yeah, remember I went on a rant about Eric DeBall, the
Yeah,
offensive
Yeah,
coordinator.
exactly.
Did I not predict this though? Like the offense is gonna be awful. I called this.
I think you were a little hard on the guy, to be honest.
Oh, dude, you saw it.
Well,
He's not that good.
No, I
Well, actually, hey, didn't McDermott get fired? Somebody got fired though.
win.
What from the Bills today?
Yeah, I think somebody got fired, didn't it? Didn't something pop up on your phone?
No, oh my god, if DeBall got fired, I'd be so happy.
I think it was him.
Let me look. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. It's Brian DeBall. I don't know why I keep calling him Eric.
He must not like a guy named Eric. Maybe that's
No.
it.
I don't know. I have a feud with this. I don't think I've ever met an Eric in my life, so I don't know.
Well, according to the report card, they're saying that he may be losing his team, and some people are calling for him to get fired. But it's a little too soon.
I don't
jumped
think
the gun there.
McDermott should be fired, but I think Brian DeBall should be fired. But I think Brian DeBall should be fired.
Some people are calling for Brandon Bean to be fired.
I am very questionable about that one. Yes, and well, the trades that they did, whatever. Anyways, we'll talk about this on another week. Maybe we'll do a live special of the Bills. I don't know. Well, maybe with your approval. I don't know. I love the Bills, but oh my gosh! And then we go right to the other game. So the Cleveland Browns, my other favorite team in the world, they go down to Tampa and lose 26-23. This game did not make me mad.
Yeah, it was
Shockingly.
a very close game, man. I mean, it wasn't bad. You guys are doing better this year. Got to give you that.
Yes. Just what happened is we got to work on penalties. We have to. That was a big thing, and another overtime game. I think we're gonna have to get used to this for the entire season. This is a good team. It's just we're not ready yet. It's a very young team. I mean, piloted by a rookie quarterback. I'm not mad about this loss. I mean, it sucked. Yes. I wish our offense got it together later on, but it is what it is. Mark, your thoughts?
If I was a Cleveland Browns fan, I'd be happy with this. I mean, I probably, I probably wouldn't be happy with this if I was a Buccaneers fan. I'm just kidding. No, actually, I think that kick at the end of the game was pretty cool. What was it, 59 yards?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks for the Browns, but they got lucky on I think it was like a kick before that the guy had. It was
It's like a 40-something, and he missed it.
yeah.
Yeah, as I said before, I'm not taking anything away from either team. And it's nice to know the Buccaneers actually have a kicker because, for 3 years he didn't, so it's okay. Got no hatred for this game, man.
Oh,
I
isn't that
wish-
cute? He's happy.
I wish we got the W, but you know what? We were competitive. I'll take it. Mark, you were saying?
I don't really have anything else to say about it.
Okay, Jay?
Nah, man, I'm just proud that you're actually happy. That's good. It's about damn time.
I know I have bipolar. I was so angry one selection ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, you know what? It's fine, though. But you see, the thing is, I'm glad that you guys are actually making a stance. Your record now is a lot better than those other two records, man. You're good.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see the next game. We had the Lions traveling to the Dolphins, and we wait, not we. I don't like either of these teams. Lions win 32-21. Traveling to Miami, by the way, and I didn't expect anything less. Did you actually Did anybody actually think Brock Osweiler was going to win a game?
Hey, you got to give Brock some credit, man. He's got some big shoes to fill. Everybody thought Tannehill was going to actually stay the whole time. Nobody counted on him getting hurt.
He didn't start.
Isn't that cute?
Look. All right, here's my thing. I have not been a believer in Tannehill for a long time, so I knew that the Dolphins were weak at quarterback anyway. Brock Osweiler, he got a win last week. He wasn't necessarily the driving piece in that. The Dolphins need a quarterback. Sorry, Dolphins fans, but Tannehill, he's not going to be that star quarterback. He's going to be like that lingering quarterback that may have a good season or two, and that's going to be it. I don't see Tannehill ever winning them a Super Bowl. The Dolphins need a lot of pieces, especially if they're ever going to, be able to beat the Patriots. Luckily for them, the other two teams, sorry, Alan, the other two teams in the AFC East also suck pretty bad. So, it is what it is. I mean, just face the facts. The Bills are terrible. The Jets are terrible. The Dolphins are teetering. They're average. If they had a quarterback, it might be better. But the Lions, they're kind of another one of those hit or miss teams. So it's kind of that's why they're 3-3. I'm not sure how the Dolphins are 4-3, but things happen.
Do you think the Dolphins would do better with Josh McCown as quarterback? Wait, no, what? No, I meant the Jets. I'm so sorry. Wow, I'm like, what?
That came out of nowhere.
Wait, was Josh McCown ever a Dolphin? He played on every team ever. I don't know.
I thought he was selected. Wasn't he selected for one season with him? But he never played.
Wait, no, I got him mixed up with AJ Feely. Remember, they signed him and it was a big deal, and then he never played, or was that? Yeah, he played for the Dolphins. Yeah, okay.
Well, still though, I mean, honestly,
all right.
Now on a serious note, it wasn't bad. It was pretty good. I mean, I like Max Stafford. You know what I mean? I like the Lions. I like to see them go ahead and perform and play.
I would love to see them advance.
And I mean, they did a pretty good. Sometimes they do. And the thing is, they did a pretty good job against this Dolphins team that was a dominant force in the AFC East there for a moment. Remember when the Patriots weren't winning earlier? They were number one. So it was something there to see. I mean, I like how the tables are turning though, but it is what it is. I want to see Matt Stafford and them go to the playoffs. I really do, because the guy is a beast.
You know what Brock Osweiler reminds me of? A modern day Derek Anderson. He's a journeyman backup quarterback. He was never a starter, but he was overhyped to be a starter.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you think, hey, serious note, you think Brock does have skill to back his talk? I mean, yeah, the man pretty much stole money from a lot of NFC franchises, but not
he
NFC.
Shouldn't have got the money.
NFL franchises.
No, I mean, if anybody saw the reign of the Broncos during that playoff reign, he did not deserve that money from the Texans. Not even close. And I have no idea what the Browns were thinking for trading him. And then, did he get traded or was he cut?
I thought he was
traded. I think he was. I don't even remember. Well, I think they traded him for a 7th round pick or something. I don't know. It was really a weird thing. Anyways, Mark, anything to say about Brock Osweiler?
I mean, no.
Fair enough. All right, let's move on because we still got to do picks. All right, so we had the Saints coming to Baltimore and winning 24-23. I actually watched this game. It was a good game. The thing is, Drew Brees really wants this. He really wants to get that another title, and he should. He's playing lights out. I have no problems with this. Flacco, I don't know what's going on with him. He's phoning it in, and the Ravens defense is consistent, but yeah, you know, it was a good game. All I got to say. So let's start with you, Mark. What do you have to say?
I'm glad that Drew Brees has now officially beat every team in the NFL. I feel for Flacco because, you know, he's got this rookie in there that that's going to take his job eventually, and they're taking Flacco out on, you know, plays to. Well, they're not taking him out. They're just lining him up as wide receiver. But I think this game in general went down the way that it should have went down. I would have liked to have seen, you know, a little bit more of a score, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers, right? That's all I can really say about this.
Okay. Jay, your thoughts?
Well, it's a very close game. I do like how the Saints are showing it off. I mean, like, they're pretty much giving it all and doing what they need to do. They're making a lot of moves. I mean, especially after, like, it's kind of like how it was Peyton's last season to a point, you know? Except that, you know, Breeze got better stats. But as I look at the Ravens, though, it's like Flacco at one point was the man fighting for his job because he sees the shadow of Lamar Jackson right there. You see what I'm saying? Now, something might have happened to give him some relative ease. But he's going to have to always think that shadow's there so he can just give one hell of a show to the people of Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he's just not doing it. Like, they'll put points up. The defense is still good on the team. I mean, they have pieces. But it's just that, you know, he's got to get it together. He's got to always think that his job's on the line just to go and get that fire back. And he should know that. He's getting older. Not everybody can be Drew Brees and get all those records. But I'd say that, you know, like, he just needs to keep remembering that his job's on the line.
Yeah.
So he can play better. Like, no relative ease at all.
Well, it's happened to Eli Manning, too, which we'll get to in a bit. All right. Here's one. The Cowboys go to Washington and lose 20-17. All I have to say is LOL. That's it. Mark, your take?
Well, the Cowboys didn't look terrible. The Redskins, however, I think, you know, it's a division game. These games usually are pretty tight. The Redskins played the way that the Redskins should be playing right now. I mean, that's one thing that you can really give the Redskins credit for is they're playing the games the way that they should be to their skill level. And I really believe that Dallas, if they're going to be a good team again, they're going to need to get rid of Jason Garrett. It's a big thing. You can bring in Amari Cooper all you want. You can bring in all these other receivers. It goes beyond that. It goes so far beyond just bringing in new talent. The Cowboys lost because the Cowboys just don't have, one, the right coaching, and two, they don't have that. I don't know how to put it. Like that real team mentality to them. They don't really play as a unit. they almost kind of play against each other a little bit. They just care about their own stats and whatnot.
Jay?
Well, as a fellow NFC Easter, of course, I don't like neither team. But anytime Dallas, gets beat, I feel like a winner. And the truth is that I was happy to see the Redskins do it. Because I knew that the combination alone, with Alex Smith taking over where Kirk Cousins failed, I knew that there was going to be something there. Those guys were going to be competition this year. And the thing about it is that when they took on the Cowboys, and I always like looking forward to this game, I was able to see exactly how bad the Cowboys were. Because I was like, damn, if they're not beating themselves right now. And they pretty much did at that second part of the game. And it's just like looking at like what kind of Cowboys are you seeing? Are you seeing some that are going to be competent? Like Zeke's always on, but Dak is under pressure. So at the same time, you're like, geez, which way is up here? And then you look over at like how they're falling apart with Jason Garrett as the coach, and it's like, man, they really need to work on themselves over there off the field before they get on the field. And other than that, I'm not happy to say that the Redskins are actually number one in the division. I'm not happy about that at all. Doesn't look good. But they kind of deserve their spot now. I just hope we can take it back from them. And I think we could.
All right. I need to ask, do you think Dak is actually, and this is for both of you guys, do you think Dak can actually be the future quarterback for the Cowboys? Let's start with you, Mark.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Jay, what about you?
Questionable. If anything, he's good when he makes his own decisions, but you can tell that he's pretty much a puppet. He'll do whatever those people tell him to do.
Okay, and the second question is, do you think Jason Garrett should be fired at the end of the season for both of you? Let's start with Mark. Mark?
I think he should have been fired, a long time ago. Yeah.
All right. Continue. I'm sorry.
So that's it.
Okay. Jay, you?
Oh, man. Yeah, he's a going. But see, the thing about Jerry Jones is he'll keep people that he's comfortable with. That's the thing about him. And you see, when you got a yes man like Jason Garrett, I mean, and you're getting all that money, I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? He ain't going nowhere anytime soon, unless Jerry Jones gets it together. But like I said, he ain't going nowhere. Should have been gone.
Man, and for like a year ago, I was actually playing NFL 2K1, and I was trying to win a Super Bowl with Jason Garrett because he was a backup quarterback for the Cowboys. I couldn't do it. But I tried. All right, let's move on. These two games should be short. Well, no, one might be longer, but the Rams travel the San Francisco 49ers, and the Rams completely and utterly dominate them. I'm not shocked at all. This Rams team might be for real. Let's start with Mark. Where do you go from that?
I mean, I think there shouldn't be any doubt that whether or not the Rams are a good team. I mean, the Rams are going to be, if the Rams don't make it at least to the NFC Championship, I'd be shocked. This particular game isn't a shocker. There's not really much to talk about with this. I think everybody, even 49ers fans, saw this coming. There's just no... Sorry, there's not really much you can say about it.
Exactly. Jay, what about you, man?
Oh, God. Okay, on the one side, the 49ers are still looking for somebody. They're still on the road to recovery. And they're not going to get it, so the season's just pretty bad this year. If anything, they're just tanking right now. And
well, they don't have a choice.
Huh?
They don't have a choice. They lost Jimmy Garoppolo for the season, remember?
Well, yeah, that's what I just said.
Okay.
Now, pretty much, with the Rams are the real deal anyway. I mean, you knew Jared Goff was only going to elevate his game higher along with Todd Gurley and company back there. These guys are well ahead. They're going to the playoffs, man. Matter of fact, they're on my top 5 list.
Top 5 list.
Oh yeah, I had a list.
Oh my god. Okay, after we're done with the picks, I want to hear the top 5.
Oh, you're not hearing that until next episode, but go on.
Oh, come on. Okay. All right. So the next game we have here. Jay, you're such a tease. Okay, so the next game we have here is this game actually really stunned me. The Bengals travel to the Chiefs and lose 45-10. Oh boy, 45-10. Like I thought the Chiefs were gonna win, but I didn't expect this. Mark, why don't you go?
I don't think anybody really saw that as good as a team as the Chiefs are. I don't think anybody saw the result quite being this. I will say I'm not surprised. I guess I'm more surprised that the Bengals offense didn't score more. That being said, can we just talk about how awesome it is to see Mahomes playing the way that he is? I mean, I love watching this guy play. Everything, it's a shame that I got to say that about a team that's, not my favorite team, but to be able to see a player do this and play the way he is at such a young age and know that he has, so much potential and that he'll hopefully continue to grow and become the best quarterback in the NFL. I just, as a football fan, I love seeing it. So, I mean, what do you guys think about Mahomes?
Before we go to Jay, I'll just say he is a great dude. I thought they made a mistake making Alex Smith, trading Alex Smith, but man, was I wrong. He was so ready. I did not. I cannot believe what I'm seeing with him. He's a great quarterback. Now, Jay, do you want to put your thoughts?
Well, the thing about it is the 4-year project is paying off. He was well worth the wait. He's bringing that team up to great heights. Like, we all knew Alex Smith was the stopgap, dude. And, I mean, with the way Reed is coaching and stuff, and remember, before you thought of anybody else as a quarterback whisperer, he was pretty good at it, too. Of course he had something in the gallows. So I'm like, hey, just go ahead with the Chiefs. They're doing great. Especially after that humble effect against the Patriots. It only made him want to aim higher. Unfortunately, he had to take care of another team that beats itself. And looking at the Bengals, it's like, well, the other Bengals showed up now. They've been showing up since last week. So it's like, it was going to happen anyway.
True. All right. All right, so our last game, it was the Monday Night Football game. And it's your guys' rival, the New York Giants, traveling to Atlanta to face Falcons. And they lost 23-20. Now, my thing right away was my only thing I had here was I thought the Giants were going to kill them like 45-10. Like the Chiefs game. I got it reversed. So, yeah, that's how I saw it. So, Mark, we'll start with you. What do you say?
I mean, I'm not really too surprised with this game. I think my whole look on this is more about the Falcons. What is going on with them? I know they won, but why are they not scoring more points? What's going on with this offense? Like, they should be so much better than they are, and it kills me to see them playing as poorly as they are. This should not have been as close as it was. There's no reason for it to have been. So, I don't know. I mean, the Giants are a bad team this season. And Atlanta should have been able to stomp all over them.
All right. Jay, what was your opinion on this game?
Well, it's kind of like which team is the worst team right now. That's the thing. I mean, both have strong potential, but obviously the Giants are going to go quarterback shopping next year. I mean, obviously. But then you take a look.
They just got a quarterback. Didn't they just draft one?
I thought they were going ahead and waiting till the draft to get one.
Oh, wait, you're right. Didn't they get Barkley? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I just look at it. I'm like, well, what can you say? You know, because the Falcons, you would think that they would stomp all over them, but they like messed themselves up too. So it was like one of those kind of games where it's like sloppiest team versus the sloppier team, and you're just trying to figure like which one is the worst. I still don't see why it was like the late game though. This was the late game, right?
This was Monday Night Football.
Oh, this is this is so it is, yeah. It was odd.
Do you guys think I have to ask you guys this question. Just for fun. Do you guys think they gave up on Nassib too early? Ryan Nassib, remember they drafted him high? Like 3rd round, and he was supposed to be like the potential successor to Eli Manning, and they gave up on him. Mark, what do you think? Do you think they gave up on him too early, or what do you think?
I don't know. I didn't see enough of him, to be honest with you about that.
I mean, he was a pretty good quarterback for Syracuse. Jay, what do you think?
You know, much like anything regarding the Giants franchise right now, I'm just drawing a total blank. Like, even when we played them, it was weird, you know? It's like, it's not even the team that I should be aware of, you know what I'm saying? It's like non-existent.
I mean, I think the weirdest thing is, how was Geno Smith an upgrade over Ryan Nassib, you know? I don't know. That's just my opinion. And
they saw something in him. That's the thing. Granted, we'll never see it.
No, and let's be honest here. So, if Eli Manning retires next year, do we actually believe for 5 seconds that Geno Smith is going to be the starter? Mark?
No.
All right, Jay?
If they want to save their franchise, they wouldn't do something that stupid.
All right, there we go. We got everything we needed. All right, now we got to do the picks. Okay. Let me get there. All right. So our first game is on Thursday, and we have 2 teams. We have the Miami Dolphins, the travel to the Houston Texans, and I don't know who's going to win this game. Mark, let's start with you.
The Dolphins and the Texans?
Yeah.
I think at this point I would probably say Texans.
Jay?
I'm going to be a risk taker. I'm going to take you up on what you said about Oswald. I'm going to say Dolphins.
Is Tannehill starting next Thursday, or is he out?
No, I'm just going to take the Dolphins.
I am. I think the Texans have a better defense, so I'm going to pick Texans on this one. Oh my gosh, I am not watching this game. Okay. Then the next game, we have the Philadelphia Eagles. No, I'm probably going to watch that game. I'm just lying. We have the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Jacksonville to face the Jaguars. I'm going to let you guys take the floor. We're going to have Jay start with this one. Jay, who's your pick?
I'll save you some time. Always pull it for your team, win or lose. Eagles.
Okay. Mark?
I agree with Jay on that one. I got to go with Eagles.
I'm going to pick Eagles. Because the Jaguars seem like the brink of like a complete locker room meltdown at this point. The next game, we have the Broncos traveling to Kansas City. Who do you guys have? I'm going to start with Jay again.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I am actually picking Broncos on this one. This is a trap game for the Chiefs. I feel it.
I don't care if it's a trap game or not. You got them playing the way that they're playing. It might be more of a struggle because it's a trap game, but I think they're going to pull it out anyway.
Yeah, I
Then
agree
we
with what
have
Mark
the,
says.
then we have this game. The Cleveland Browns traveling to Pittsburgh to face the Steelers. Who do you guys have?
Steelers.
Jay?
I'm gonna take the Browns. I
I'm
want to
taking-
see you. I want to see you guys actually pull a win this time. Browns.
I'm actually going to do what you guys. Loyalty. I'm picking the Cleveland Browns. All right. The next game would be the Washington Redskins traveling to the New York Giants. I do not know who to pick in this game, so I'm going to start with Mark.
Honestly, I think at this point you're looking at the. If you look at the records, you're going to pick Redskins, but this is usually a pretty good game, and I get the feeling that maybe the Giants are ready to stop being the laughed at team. They kind of want to prove something this week. So because of that, I think they might scheme a little bit harder, put a little bit more effort in, and possibly pull this game out.
Jay?
It's debatable because, see, the Giants still have something to prove, and the Redskins kind of need to be taken down a peg. So for this one, I'm going to be a risk taker and say Giants.
Actually, I'm picking Giants for the biggest reason, right? I just simply do not believe in the Redskins. You know what? I take that back. This is the trap game of the week, and I think the Giants are going to win this game. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that one. So then we have the Seattle Seahawks traveling to the Detroit Lions. Who you guys have? Let's start with Jay on this one.
Detroit Lions.
All right, Mark, what about you?
I'm gonna go with Lions.
I am surprisingly going to the Seahawks. And the reason why is the Lions, in games that they're supposed to win, they always fall short. So that's why I'm picking them. All right. The next game, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to the Bengals. Who do you guys have? I'm going to start with Mark right now. Mark, who do you have?
Bengals.
Jay?
I'm going to take the Bucks.
I am taking the Bengals. The reason why is they fluked out of that Browns win. They fluked. That's I don't think Jameis Winston is the answer for Tampa, and another problem is their defense isn't that good. So I'm gonna go with Cincinnati in that game. Then we have the New York Jets traveling to the Bears. Now, I'm going to start with you, Jay. Who's your pick?
I'm taking the Bears.
Mark, who do you have?
I am taking the Bears.
I am taking the Bears, too. All right, let's move on. We got the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Carolina Panthers here. And who do you have right now? Jay, we're going to do that with you right now. Jay, who do you pick?
I say Ravens.
Mark?
I'm saying Ravens.
I am actually going to pick the Panthers on this game. Only because I hate you guys. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm picking the Panthers because I don't see it in the Ravens, but whatever. The next game we have is the Indianapolis Colts are traveling to the, for now, Oakland Raiders. Who do you guys pick on this game? I'm going to start with Jay. I'm sorry. I'm going to start with Mark. Mark, where do you go?
I am taking Las Vegas.
Jay?
I'm going to say Colts this time.
And I am going to agree with Jay, and I'm going to pick Colts because I think the Raiders are so dysfunctional at this point. Yeah, I don't think they're going to win. What do you like? That's how I feel. But anyways, moving on. We're doing the 49ers versus they're traveling to Arizona versus the Cardinals. Who do you guys have on this game? I'm going to start with Jay.
49ers.
Mark?
I'm taking Cardinals.
I am picking the 49ers. Only because the Cardinals team is such a awful. Anyways, we're moving on. Are you guys still there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we got the Packers traveling to the Rams. This could be a very good game. This is probably a game I'm going to watch for sure. You know what? Jay, who's your pick?
Whew. I would say Rams.
Mark?
Who was it? Rams and Green Bay, huh?
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the week that the Rams lose. I think this is going to be the week. I see Green Bay taking this.
I see it too, actually. I mean, these are both top-heavy offenses and have no defense. But the thing is, I think Mike Patton is a better defensive corner than what the Rams had, so I'm picking the Packers. All right. But then we got the New Orleans Saints traveling to Minnesota to face the Vikings. This is actually a really good game. I really don't know how to pick on this one either till my last decision. So we're going to go with Mark. Who do you have?
I'm gonna go with the Saints.
Jay?
Saints it is.
I'm going with the Saints. And then the Monday Night Football game. We're going the New England Patriots trapping the Buffalo Bills. Who is your pick, Jay?
Well, it might have been a fluke last time, right? So let's say, I'm going to wild card pick this one. Bills it is.
All right. Mark?
And this is a really, really tough one. I mean, both of these teams are just so evenly matched. I really don't know which one to pick. I mean, I'd be a fool to pick against the Bills, wouldn't I? I mean, wouldn't that be foolish? No, like I said, I got to pick the Patriots until they lose again. So let me go with the Patriots.
Okay, now it's time for my pick. I am actually choosing the Bills, and not because of loyalty. I think this could be like the surprise game of the week. Derek Anderson has another week with the offense. All right. Has more communication with the receivers. Has a lot bit more time. I'm picking the Bills on this game. I'm probably going to be wrong, but God, that would be so great to be right. That's pretty much it for our show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right, huh?
Yep, that was the last game.
All right.
By the way, I was still mad about the Brewers losing the playoffs. I just had to say that in sports.
Oh yeah, by the way, shout out to the Buffet boys. Vic, you guys stole that one from them.
Oh yeah, to the Buffet boys, I'm coming for you guys. Yeah, I want to be on this show so we can talk Dodgers versus Brewers. Okay.
Yeah. Be sure to hit us up when you guys get back too.
Yeah, you know what might also be good to touch on is this overtime Sixers game. So, all right.
Oh, is it in overtime? What's been going on?
Right now, it looks like the Sixers are down 123 to 120. So, all right.
In that case, I'll close this out then.
All
All
right.
right, sounds good. But buffet boys,
All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Cyclone crew, this is Jay signing us off. Peace.